That's even weirder. Hello, Carter. Welcome in. Hello, any lurkers. Welcome in. Happy Monday. Yeah, I found it. It's still where I left it, but for some reason, when I, like, search for the program in the search bar, it just doesn't want to come up, so I have to, like, manually go find it now. Like, even now I've got it open. If I search for it in the start menu thing, it's like, no, nothing here. Like, you're running. You're running it right now. What are you talking about? Never mind. Never mind. At least it's still working and it's still there. That's the main thing. So, as you can probably hear from my voice, I'm a little croaky today, so we might not be streaming for a super long time. Also, my back has decided it hates me now that I'm old. But never mind. How are you, Carter? How was your weekend? I hope you're doing good.
That's my son! This is my boy!
Right, everything else seems to be running now. Just one of those days where it's like, I don't know how to run anything. What do you mean? I am a baby. Don't make me run programs. I am but a simple PC. And then I'm like, we do this every day, buddy. You got this. We've been doing this for years. But, apparently not. According to my computer. Right, oh, that's gone again. That's good. Love that. Well, I mean, it's an easy fix. Yes, please, show up the game. Thank you. Problem solved. Alright, let's get into it. No, the subtitles are frozen again. I don't know why they always freeze like the first minute in and then they work fine after that. It's so weird. But also, subtitles, I did not say fuck you. I said thank you. Slightly different tones. Slightly. Oh dear. Never mind. Right. So, I've reloaded back to just before the final caper. I had to let my neighbour's boyfriend into our house. No worries, no worries. And instead of going to help Penny, it's gonna feel... not Penny, we are Penny. Instead of going to help Farsight, we're gonna go help, or do whatever the other thing was. What up, gamers? I got some big news. Ooh, tell me the news, Cyborg. Welcome in. How you doing? Actually... skip unseen text. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, so it might already skip the stuff we've already seen, maybe? I'm not sure. We'll see. Yeah, no, we've read all this. I don't want to press skip, because I don't want it to just skip everything. Okay, right, yeah, that's all the stuff we've already done, so let's go for, no, we have other responsibilities and there isn't time for both, even though I feel bad. But it's fine, because we've already done that in the other timeline, we're working towards completing everything. It's fine. We've helped Farsight, we are still helping Farsight, it's fine. I got engaged this weekend in front of 500 people, 3/4 of the Red Dwarf main cast, a bunch of Doctor Who actors, and Batman. Oh my god, that's so cool! Congratulations! Oh my goodness. That's wonderful news. I'm really happy for you. Tell me everything. I want to know everything. That's so cute. I was going to propose to Mel at a con, actually, but then the one person that we wanted to see wasn't going to go because it was like... pandemic era, so the con we'd originally booked was cancelled, and then yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare. But that was my original plan, so kudos for good plan. Right, no, we have other responsibilities and there isn't time for both. Kind of sucks to abandon her like this, but you're right. She's a hero, she's capable, and she can figure out her own messes. I mean, it's fine, we did it. Oh my god, I feel so guilty. Why do I feel so guilty? I leave the message on read and get on with my day. Okay. With my crime job access expiring, so ends the era of penny larceny gig economy supervillain. And restarts the era of penny larceny aimless lone thief. Hang on, let me just mute because I realised my microphone's in a slightly weird place. Okay, that should be better. Didn't want to deafen you all moving it. She knew I was going to do it at Norcon, but not when. I spent all Saturday running around like a blue-ass fly making sure I can. I had to wait until the very end of the costume contest to do it. Aww, that's so cute. I love that. I don't know if that's better or worse, that she knew you were going to do it, but didn't know when. Like, this meant every time you went to the bathroom or anything, I'd be like, what's he doing? Where's he going? So it's on stage in front of everyone. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh my goodness. 2 days have gone by with nothing more than the usual mass chatter across its built-in social network. No job offers, nothing. Did I make a mistake by splitting my focus? I skipped from boss to boss, never hanging around very long. Fun stuff, but did I hamstring my own career? Neither of us like surprises, so she knew I was going to do it at some point, but not when. Yeah, I was thinking that. That's a good idea. The pre-warning, I mean. Mel's not great with surprises either. I didn't tell her I was going to propose. But I wouldn't have done it on stage in front of a load of people without telling her. That would have been messed up. That's really lovely. Quit freaking out, okay? We got by before Crimer, we'll get by after Crimer. It was a fun experiment, but that's that. Gibbs pretty chill about this, busy tapping away at his keyboard on some encryption project. But he's got a cat's chill. Keep him fed and groomed, and everything's just peachy. Gib, we're still flat broke. All the money we made on those capers went to bills, and if no more work is coming in... So, go steal stuff. You can be a self-starter instead of a hench or an underling. Heck, maybe I could swipe back some of the money we forked over to Crimer. Been tracing the ridiculous service fees we had to pay. Ooh, that's exciting. Dude, you want to steal from the King in Yellow? He probably doesn't even exist. It's like the Tooth Fairy or Santa Claus or an effective and useful moderate politician. Remember the secret archive we pulled from Lenny Legitimate's computer? I bet there's all sorts of good stuff in there. I've made headway decrypting it by using data from your 3 different bosses to learn Crimer's algorithms. Gib! No hacking Isaac, the Overmistress, or 4K. Come on, we got scruples. We're criminals. Scruples matter less when you're starving. And you gotta be pragmatic, Penny. I'd still like to try to adhere to a code, at least. When I can. When it makes sense. I know mask life is #complicated, but... And that's when Crimer beeps me. Oh no, they heard us plotting against them. Wait, what? I thought your account expired. Says here I need to be at Destructo's tonight at 8 for a meeting with... The King in Yellow? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Gib, did you actually hack the King? Did he find your paws on his servers? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I only said I was thinking of hacking him. I hadn't actually done it yet. Yeah, they can totally hear us. Oh, God. Wait, is he telepathic? Is he omniscient? What's his superpower, aside from being vague and scary and distant? I've got a bad feeling I'm gonna find out tonight. I can't turn it down. This guy basically runs the show for masks. If I don't accept, I may as well change my name and move to Antarctica. He wouldn't do anything at Destructo's, right? It's neutral ground. Nobody starts trouble there. And old man Destructo likes you. I'm sure it'll be fine. And if not, well, I've made my escape before under more dire circumstances. I can wriggle out of this one. Okay, I'll keep working on those LBC files. Meanwhile, we may end up needing some leverage over the king in the end. And to think I was worried about being bored a few minutes ago. Life got interesting real fast. No point drumming up anxiety worrying over what this meeting may or may not be about. Just get it over with. Oh, Penny, I wish it were that easy. Just be like, yeah, I'm not going to be anxious today, I've decided. Can you imagine? Gibson is a master hacker? Nice Neuromancer reference. Oh, is it a Neuromancer reference? There are a lot of references in this, so that would not surprise me. But Flower is not here to confirm right now. Destructo's is surprisingly empty for a Friday night. Even when there's some big crossover event happening downtown, there's usually a few masks. Destructo himself is tending bar tonight, and he nods me along to a table in the center of the empty upscale gin joint, where the matchmaker waits for me. Flower, oh my god, I summoned you. I summoned you. I literally just said you weren't here. Oh my god. William Gibson wrote Neuromancer. It was seen as the first proper cyberpunk setting. Oh, that's so cool. I'll have to read it. We were just discussing if I was asleep, COVID booster kicked my ass. Not totally valid yet. That's so cool that you can still get COVID boosters. I love that for you. We were just discussing if Gibson, the Master Hacker, is a reference to Neuromancer, because I didn't know that it was. But Cyborg is very clever. But welcome in. I hope you're okay, obviously, booster aside. Yep, oh, that's so cool. Good spot. Good spot, Cyborg. Okay. Right-hand woman of Crimer, personal assistant to King in Yellow, and if you're to be believed, also various secretaries and assistants and stuff. What? No, I never said that. That's ridiculous. She sits for a light white wine before rising to greet me. Very clever, I wouldn't go that far. Oh, I mean, you successfully proposed. I would say that's pretty clever. Unless you're saying your wife, or your wife-to-be, your fiancé has bad taste. You saying that? No, I didn't think so. Exactly. I love that I skipped right there. You're like, yeah, I got engaged at the weekend. I'm like, wife. Straight away, wife. Uh-huh. Excuse me. Miss Larceny, good evening. I apologize for the rather brusque summons. They always say genius and sanity is a very fine line. I play hopscotch on it. Nice. Like that. The esteemed King in Yellow prefers not to cause a scene. Last-minute private bookings are key to that. It avoids unfortunate attention. So, is the king actually here? In his own way, yes. The same holo projector he used during the Crimer Social Mixer event fires up, broadcasting his presence into Destructo's. Penny Larceny. Your, kingship? Your highness? Should I be kneeling, or what's the protocol here? I can't remember what voice I gave him before, sorry. You are a villain. You bow to no one. Right, that's me. Big time villain. Super important criminal mastermind. No doubt about it. Nope. Indeed. I've been following your trajectory through my app with great interest, Penny. Huh. That's a bit informal, just using my first name. The Overmistress doesn't do that, and she's way higher in the pecking order than me. I find it curious that you haven't fallen in with any of the bosses working through Crimer. I've worked with 3 of them, haven't I? Yes, but you did not show them loyalty. Many henches in Crimer prefer to work with one boss, or perhaps 2, establishing a bond. But you remain refreshingly free of such bonds. You take what you need from them and move on. I respect that, Penny. Okay, good. He's not summoned me for my execution. Must not have gotten wise to Gibson poking at his systems. I never intended for Crimer to be used for long-running relationships. We are masks. It runs contrary to our own best interests. You there, henchperson. Make sure Agent X is well looked after. The henchperson makes Agent X fancy mac and cheese, takes in a West End show, go to Legoland. Yeah, perfect. Better to touch and go, better to remain your own villain, leveraging others for short-term gains that move you towards your own goals. Which makes me curious. What are your goals, Penny? And please don't say you want to become a famous mask. Famous for children. Adults seek power. Leading the answer there a bit, buddy, but okay, how do I respond to this? It's not about fame and fortune, not traditional mask glory, you want something subtler than that. That's what I said before, isn't it, when I've been asked about this? You always told me you want absolute freedom, makes sense not to plan, just ride things out. Maybe it's time to start planning a future, you can only live in crisis mode for so long. I just want the matchmaker's personal number. Yeah, I can see why, I'm gonna go with that one, because that's what I said last time, I think. I'd say my goal is to be the opposite of famous. Not unfamous, not infamous, just naughty type fame. That's just naughty type fame. Yeah, we have done this before. Decision is the same for all endings. It's a way to really put a button on Penny's future. Okay. A thief operates by stealth. We slip in and out, a ghost in the night. When we're at our best, nobody even knows we were there. A lot of masks, they're in it for fame and glory. Me? I don't want to be the show. I want to run the show. Put me in the back of the house and I'll quietly do my thing, living by my ideals, slipping nicely under the radar. It's not that I don't want recognition or a legacy. I absolutely do, but not as some headliner celebrity. Oh, so Penny has autism. The rich and powerful, they're the ones who want to be headliners. They want us all to aspire to be like them. Their systems make us grind for it. But I'm making this work my way. Their way can get fucked. I'm a new kind of criminal. So I'd say that's my future. A life of unfame. Becoming the kind of legend they whisper about. Well said. Well said indeed. I've adopted a similar stance myself. Yes, I thought you might appreciate that. The King in Yellow operates best from shadow and rumor. I only expose my presence to a select few. You would do well to appreciate that I've taken an interest in you, given that rule. The King in Yellow folds his gloved hands together in contemplation, before reaching to tap at some unseen screen beyond the camera's view. I have reactivated your crime trial, with 3 more free capers. Really? Great! and a boss code. A what now? Let's remove our masks, shall we, Penny? You wear the mask of the hench, the underling, the minion, but that's not who you are. You've been assuming you must work to survive, but why work when others can sacrifice for you? Sit back and enjoy the fruits of their labor. You now have the same hiring power as your former bosses, the same type of account I gifted to Mayhem, the overmistress, and that silly computer. Use those 3 capers to build yourself up. Acquire power, reach out and grasp it, using others to get what you desire. Work sucks! Exploit others so that you don't have to work anymore. No, not like that! If you exploit this opportunity well, you will have the money to launch as many crime gigs as you please. And reap the rewards. I can't speak today, I'm so sorry. I keep saying that like every stream. I swear, sometimes I can speak and I can read. Just never when I'm in front of other people, apparently. The King in Yellow hires scabs! You really don't want to fuck with the henchperson union. Holy shit, this is amazing, thank you. Holy shit, indeed. Do not squander this chance, Penny. Perhaps one day you'll be worthy to stand at my side in Carcosa. Perhaps. Henches use a DoorDash app for crime, they're definitely not unionized. But they could be, one day. We can hope. My daughter will handle the trivial details from here on as your handler. Oh. Daughter? Did the king just flinch? It's hard to tell with the blur filter activated, but I know body language. Whoops, he didn't mean to say that. That's a tell. The damn it, I let a secret slip tell. And he brushes right past it, not even acknowledging. I look forward to seeing what you become, Penny. Okay, so he's real then. We know it's not actually her pretending to be him. Ha! The matchmaker assumes control of the encounter from that point forward, pulling out her phone to make final adjustments to Crimer. You will have 3 boss class capers available to you starting tonight. You are not required to report back with your success or failure. In fact, odds are you will never speak to the king again unless you truly ascend as he suggests. This is a rare boon. Curiously, back in Lock and Key, the matchmaker hinted that her father was very controlling. That is true, yes. Yes. At the bank, she was very, yeah. Ooh. None are welcome at Carcosa without explicit invitation. Please do not drop by unannounced or you will be shot by security or our automatic defenses. There's a running joke in Kill James Bond about the hench app, like Uber, but for minions. Ah, okay. I mean, the book hench is similar as well. It makes total sense that we'd have, like, in a world with superheroes and villains, that there would be, like, an app for it, though. Yeesh, got it. Good to know. And please, take my business card. This is my direct number. Keep it secret, keep it safe. Keep it secret, keep it safe. I know what that's a reference to. I accept the tiny slip of cardboard, very carefully palmed to me face up, with a phone number on the front. And some kind of handwriting on the back? Just the word cat or tag over and over? Weird. But I quickly slip it into a pocket without making a huge show of studying it. Something oddly deliberate about the way she gave it to me. Okay, I'm gonna risk a question because something's tickling my thief, grifter, con artist senses. I suppose the king's lucky to have such a loving family, huh? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's brave. I'm gonna work on a generic henchman costume. It's just a black turtleneck with henchman embroidered over the chest. I love that, yes. And Matchmaker measures her words carefully. Perhaps that hollow projector isn't quite as offline as it seems. I am honored to share genetics with him. Please excuse me, I have other affairs to attend this evening. Ooh, interesting. Oh, I hope we can, like, help her, I guess, because she seems really unhappy from the few snippets we've had. It would be really nice if we could help her in some way. Well, that's a fucking weird way to say he's your dad. Deliberately fucking weird. But a boss-class crimer account? With 3 free capers? The king's not wrong, that's exactly what I need. Curious. If I can hire on underlings of my own, well, could do damn near anything. Acquire whatever I need to get out of the hole I'm in. Screw the gig economy part, things are now looking up for Penny Larceny Supervillain. But Penny, you like doing the capers. Feeling on top of the world as I strut back into my crap-hole apartment. First thing I do once the money rolls in is find a better hideout. Somewhere not condemned and crumbling. I'm back, and I'm not dead or anything. Gib, you are never gonna believe it. The King in Yellow likes me. He's giving me deeper access to Crimer. We're gonna be rich. No more skating along the poverty line. No more sleeping in the cold. No more... Why do you look so spooked? These are all good things I'm describing? Okay. So... Promise not to freak out when I show you this. Show me what, exactly? What I found in the encrypted archive from Lenny Legitimate's computer. From the King in Yellow's computer. I used our work with all 3 of the bosses to learn more about Crimer's algorithms, which gave me the keys I needed to unlock the files, and in addition to old news clippings and financial reports, I found photos of you. Like, what kind of photos? We're not talking about incredibly inappropriate stalker photos, I hope. No, not really, just photos in general. Well, clearly he's been keeping tabs on me, right? Took an interest in my career. I mean, it's slightly creepy, but not surprising, given he seems to be serious about researching his potential allies. Penny, these are files from long before you ever joined Crimer. He's been studying you for years. And the oldest file in here, well... And he pulls up a digital scan of an old photograph. Of me, my father and my mother, smiling to the camera. I remember this picture. Dad never liked us taking family photos, but was willing to pose for this one because Mum insisted. We were vacationing to scout out the Continuum lab that we'd hit that night. The lab caper where I lost both my parents. I was thinking the same thing, Gibson. Because the way she described, Air described the dad's death was more just kind of a disappearance rather than a death. I have my suspicions. Oh, that's exciting. Penny, are you sure You lost both of them? Gib, you know damn well I saw my mother vaporized by ray guns. It happened like 3 feet away from me while I hid in the air vent. And... your dad? He was running comms like you do. He said they'd found him, they were breaking down the door, told us to run, and then... and he died. You're sure he died? I've been doing research into Carcosa Investments, the King's Shell Corporation. One of its primary investors is Continuum. And I also found in that encrypted archive the only known photo of its financial director. And the next photo he pulls up is blurry, not very noteworthy, some reprint of a news article from a newspaper. But that's my father. That's his face. I'm sure of it. Penny, this photo was taken a month after your dad died. He went from hunted down and killed by Continuum to founding Carcosa with the help of Continuum in a single month. That's not possible. He sold you out. He sacrificed you and your mother for a seat at the table, leveraging his new power to found an empire. Created legitimate business company under the fake name Lenny Legitimate, and from there established Krymer as the so-called Yellow King. I know this sounds like conspiracy theory, but the research tracks. He survived and thrived while you ended up in the gutter. And judging from the timestamps on these files, he's been watching you from afar ever since, leaving you to rot. Until now. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not interpreting things correctly. Maybe you're right. That's the play, isn't it? Snitch on your family, get rewarded, roll that reward forward into more and more influence. It's smart. It's smart as hell. Perfect way to maneuver yourself in a position of absolute power. Epic level mask shit. He told me himself how he admired the way I formed no bonds. He saw it as a virtue, using others for your own gain. And since clearly he was watching me from afar, if he had any regret over what he did, he could have stepped in at any point prior. Instead, he waited until I was a potentially useful tool before approaching me as the King in Yellow, brought me in as a new resource. It's clever. It's a damn good con, really. Impressive. Penny? It's okay, Gib. I got this. Because if that's his play, I know what my next play is. I'm gonna kill the King in Yellow, take his throne, and avenge my mother's death. Oh, fuck yeah, Penny. God damn, that's hot. My boner. Long live the king. Mission briefing. Oh, fuck yeah, this is so cool! What? What? You heard me. We're doing this. We're killing him. That's the mission. I mean, I feel like by kill him, I hope you mean, like, kill his reputation, like, kill his image or whatever, like, not actually kill him, because that's not what we're about, Penny. I don't want you to, like, regret this forever and ever and ever. Murder time! It's funny. You'd think I'd feel more conflicted. I'd want to deny the truth. Maybe have a good cry, weep over it all. I mourned him. I loved him. No, I chose murder. Fair enough, fair enough. But he doesn't deserve any of the tears I shed over him. Wow, first streamer I've seen who doesn't immediately want her to straight up murder him. I mean, I'm down for the murder, but Penny's whole thing is that she's like, she has a code, and her code is non-violent. I just don't want her to sacrifice too much of herself to do this. And I feel like because the King in Yellow is so anonymous, it would be really easy to just take over and become him, you know what I mean? I'm just thinking of our person. I'm just thinking of Air. He betrayed me. He betrayed my mother, and as far as I'm concerned, my father died. Yeah, that's valid. Like, the person who raised you died. This person that you know is genetically related to you. That doesn't make him your dad. I get that completely. This scumlord gave up any right to be called a father when he traded his whole family for power. So yeah, fuck it. The king goes in the ground where he belongs. I mean, given what he did, I understand why you're angry. You're right to be angry. Heck, revenge is also great. Do a revenge. But you've got a code. You're a thief, not a murderer. You don't have to take it that far. That's what I'm saying, Gibson. I just, like, she's already... I mean, Air's already... God, pronouns today, brain, come on. Air's already spent time in, like, hospitals and been really, really low and had some bad shit happen. I just don't want to exacerbate that. Because I care about Air, and I want to protect him. I want to protect them both. Sorry, I was readjusting my position if there was some weird noises going on there. Okay. I'm pretty sure there can be levels between total pacifism and Hannibal Lecter, Gib. It's not like I plan to make murder my breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the rest of my life. This is my one exception to that rule. The so-called king has to pay for destroying his family. A life for a life. We roll the guillotines and commit regicide. Alright. I mean, you're convincing me. I will admit that, like, I don't really see that as murder. Like, regicide? That's fine. But also, I feel like because of the type of person he is, leaving him alive but powerless is such good revenge, you know? Let him stew in his nothing. Are you gonna support me, Gibson? It's an actual choice. I won't force you. Wouldn't be fair. I'll understand if you want to back out. I'm always going to support you, Penny. Your family, and that should mean something. I'm with you. Okay, good. Got some planning to do. Oh, I see, I don't have a choice. I'm kidding, that's fine. I agree with Gibson. Like, Air's actual family, like blood relatives, the ones still living, absolute shite. We need to be the chosen family that Air deserves. Got some planning to do. See what you can dig up on Carcosa. I want coordinates, defenses, intel, everything you can find. We need to talk to Matchmaker. Like, we need to get some perspective from our sister? Question mark? Also, Matchmaker's like either the same age as us or older. So was like the entire relationship with our mother part of a long con? I mean, you know, they could be like from a previous relationship or whatever, but I don't know. It raises a lot of questions about the legitimacy of the relationship, you know? Locating the King in Yellow's ultra-private island fortress is not a small job. You're up to it. I trust you. Okay, I'll make it happen. You'll have what you need. Thank you. I'm sure you're disappointed in me. I'm not disappointed, I'm just concerned. Those are two very different things. I will never be disappointed in you, Penny. You're the angel on my shoulder, right? Or at least the lesser devil on my shoulder. And here I am, planning a premeditated murder. You know me. You know I'd never cross this line on a whim. Yes, I'm angry. Yes, this is impulsive, but this is the play. I'm asking you to trust me. Do you trust me? You know I trust you? Fuck yeah. Depose the king, absolutely, but I'm still gonna try to sway you from the killing blow. You know, I have to try. This isn't you, Penny, you want to kill. I can't help you if you follow this path. Obviously, we're not doing that one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the first one. Like, I agree with the vibe of the second one. Like, depose the king, I'm gonna try and sway you from the killing blow. But, like, I want her to feel comfortable in trusting us completely through the whole thing and not have to worry about that while they're going through everything else. So, I don't know. Maybe I should. I'm gonna go with this one. Depose the king, absolutely, but I'm still gonna try and sway you from the killing blow. You know I have to try. I hope that doesn't make them doubt us too much. You're free to do so. Under normal circumstances, I'd even welcome you trying to pull me back from the darkness. Deeply pondering choices. But I can't give an inch on this. It's too important to me. Okay. Fine. I respect that. I just hope you'll be willing to help me get to that point, even if you disagree with the outcome. Yeah, absolutely. But now I have to be the criminal mastermind he wants me to be, so I can depose him. The plan's already forming in my mind. I have the pieces I need already, what the matchmaker told me, and the gift she granted me. It's time to use Crimer to destroy Crimer. Oh, hello. Several days later. It took days for Gibson to finish his scouting. Obviously, we couldn't physically go to Carcosa to sneak around and study it, but no need. We have enough intel. Enough to start the ball rolling. But it's not going to be us alone designing this scheme. I've got 3 more partners in mind. Alright, planning the job. Which is why I need your help. You require my assistance in deposing the king in yellow. I mean, we already deposed one leader. Why not? Let's make it 2. Why not? I fail to see what I can accomplish on your behalf, minion. Hey, I'm not a minion anymore. Technically, you're the minion this time. I'm burning one of my 3 capers to hire you as my underling. I hate this designation. But it is accurate. If I am to accept this job, I must designate you as boss. I am not so prideful as to refuse. Aw, good for you, 4K. And I do understand your sadness and rage. I lost my creator and endured considerable grief. Your hatred is justified. In fact, I admire your hatred. I previously thought you to be incapable of such rage, but clearly I was wrong. Hate. Hate for the one who betrayed you. Hate for the one who hurt you. A righteous hatred, which I respect in full. But my concern stands. I am an immobile lump of circuitry in a decaying basement, boss. There is little I can do alone. Hate! Woo! Ah, but what I need from you is something I know you're adept in. Planning a war. Gibson's transferring over details about Carcosa, the private island fortress of the King in Yellow. Your job will be to draw up the battle plan. But I did not win the Vietnam War. My plans were always inadequate. I was a failure. I think it's high time you scored a W then. And I have faith you can do it. I see. The lights on Hate's terminal blink rapidly, tape drives spinning as they start to calculate. Automated anti-aircraft turrets to obliterate any attacks by air, radar and sonar, armed mercenaries to repel invaders by sea. Yep, Matchmaker described all of that to me, and Gibson confirmed her words using satellite imagery. Well, properly unhacked satellite imagery. Apparently the King's got enough to pull to falsify most of it. Yes, the Matchmaker is a concern as well. She is an expert in hand-to-hand combat and will likely defend her king to the death. How many corpses do you plan on stacking by the end of this venture? Let me handle the Matchmaker. I've got some ideas on that front. And I believe I have a viable plan to counter their defenses. I can provide air support. You will need to muster ground forces. But if you are my boss, that means you owe me a boon in return for this labor. Okay. What do you need? Nuclear launch codes? Not happening. Even if I had some to give you. I suppose it was worth a try, even so. What I will need, primarily, is money. My plan involves considerable material, and the manpower to assemble it. And you are flat broke, if I recall. How exactly do you plan to fund this operation? Or do you expect me to do that myself as well? Hey, could use a hand on this one, assuming you want to help me in my plans for revenge. No, let's not do that unless we have to. Oh, bless him. Take out a bank loan. Hate can fund their own efforts, but you can pay them back by offering a new facility in Carcosa. That's smart. I like that one. Yes, I'm gonna go with that one. See, the way you phrase that makes me think you could figure out a way to fund this, you just don't wanna. You funded a caper with me before, didn't you? Tap those resources and get this done. As my boss, you are obliged to pay me. That is how the filthy rules of capitalism work. We're masks. We don't draw salaries and benefits and regular paychecks. But I hear you, let's see. How about you move your operations from this dank hole in the ground to the data vaults of Carcosa? You wish me to relocate? This place is collapsing, and you deserve a higher class of computing center. You do this task for me, and I'll elevate your station to official technology advisor for the new leadership of Carcosa. As in, you. Impressive. I do not hate this plan, boss. Very well. I will fund my leg of the operation in exchange for a new home. Yay! I love that. The partnership is established. Leave the air defenses to me. Groovy. Now to handle the rest of the King's men. Hey. And for my next trick, leveraging my new friends from the world-destroying Doom cult. Arrangements are made, a limo arrives, and soon enough I find myself back in the parlor of the Overmistress. Regicide? You genuinely mean to slay the King in Yellow? Genuinely. It seems not in your nature to seek revenge, much less mortal revenge. Nature changes. Natures change. Temporarily. I'm not concerned about the moral quandaries, of course. My cult certainly has been involved in many shady deeds prior. I have concerns you will not follow through on your goals. That the King will continue to trouble me after I aid in his overthrow. The old adage is, if you can come at the king, you best not miss, for a reason. There's not a thing you can do halfway. I care not if the king technically lives, but can you promise me that you will deny his royal retribution regardless? Of course. I'm aiming to cut the head off the serpent. I wouldn't come to you if I weren't serious about this. It's a curious fire in your eyes, Mix Larceny. One I did not think you capable of. And the king really is a bothersome individual. I would enjoy having less competition for power in this world. Very well. I will throw the weight of my empire behind your play. At minimum, it will be entertaining. What do you require of your overmistress, Mix Larceny? Hate 4000's drafting the overall plan and will be handling the automated defenses so we can approach the island. So what I need from you is boats for a water landing and the manpower to overcome the King's Guard. Ah, so a costly and bloody business. Come on, you're the overmistress. I'm sure you can come up with a more clever idea than kill the hell out of them. I'm aiming to keep the body count to one singular kill, if possible, and if we can simply neutralize the mercenaries, then we can take the island easily. I see. And you're right, I am capable of far more cleverness than throwing faceless minions at a problem until it goes away. I believe this situation calls for the shroud of angular clarity. Yeah, that sounds great. What is it? A spell from the Sanguinomicon. It grants total vision into the many facets of reality, perfect and unerring. And you cast this spell on your own cultists to give them an advantage in battle? Oh, absolutely not. I'll blanket the island with the spell to give the King's Guards a sneak peek into the cracks between worlds. Which helps us... how? Mix Larceny, what do you think would happen if I were to give you absolute knowledge of the sheer scale of the cosmos and your place within it? I'd collapse in a little puddle of gibbering nonsense and wet my pants? Precisely. And that is the gift I shall give the King's Guard. We will take the island bloodlessly, while they writhe in total awareness. The King's chambers are shielded from such spell work. I recognize some runes carved into the building based on your satellite photos. But the rest of the island has no such protection. We will achieve instant victory. Kick ass! I'll take one shroud, please. The rituals of the Sanguinomicon are exhausting and dangerous, Mix Larceny. I do not cast them lightly. And in crime or tradition, you owe me for this work. I trust you intend to compensate me for my efforts. If you're asking about money, I could... Oh, please. Money is nothing to me. What I want is consideration. If you are filling the vacuum left behind by the king, then I want a position of strength in your new regime. I want my cult positioned to leverage the new paradigm. The question is, can I trust you to deliver me that power? I already have concerns you can follow through on this. I suggest you soothe my doubts, if you want me to crack open the Sanguinomicon on your behalf. Damn, okay, what do we offer her in return for her service? Part of a blood cult, no doubt they have some ritual blood oath you can take to assure her. Swear on your mother's grave, that's the most sincere gesture of confidence you can offer. She wants a seat at the table, that's fine. Offer her a place for her cult within the new Carcosa. Again, I think I'm gonna go with the middle one. I like the middle one. I mean, I'm ignoring the bottom one, saying I'm not gonna help. Obviously, I'm gonna help. Maybe the Carcosa one, kind of the same as the last one we did with 4K. I'm sure a pact with a literal devil will be totally cool and safe. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I'm gonna go swear on your mother's grave, I guess. That's the most sincere gesture of confidence you can offer. I swear on the grave of my mother that I will support you in the times to come. I swear by the life I have mourned that you will have your position of power. I swear by... Yes, I get the point. Such an oath is only offered lightly by cheats and charlatans. And while you are a cheat and a charlatan by trade, I believe you speak true in this instance. Very well. Out of respect for your loss, I will pledge my support. I appreciate your passionate response. Good to hear. Okay, so that's all the king's defenses taken into consideration, except one. You'll excuse me, my overmistress, I have one more stop to make on this world tour. Sorry, I just remembered that fucking... I just remembered... This is gonna ruin the tour. What tour? The world tour! As you like. I will make preparations for the ritual meanwhile. Best of luck in your efforts. Alright. There's only one missing element in all this. Dealing with the matchmaker. To reach the king, I must slay his dragon, in a manner of speaking. That's not a task for Hate's warmongering or the overmistress's flashy shows of magic. I need something precise and clever. Can we not just be like, yo, sis? I require a scalpel. Overthrow the king in yellow? The fuck do you expect me to do here? I'm a doctor, damn it, not a warrior. I mean, I'm barely a mask. I want less involvement in mask shit, not more. And I can help with that. If you do this for me, I can use the king's resources to wipe away your debt. Fat lot of good that does if I'm aligned with a criminal kingpin afterwards. My reputation will still be shit. Gonna head on out. Good luck with the position side. Thank you, Carter. Have a good day. Thanks so much for joining us. One problem at a time. First, we need to secure my position. Then we'll figure out the rest. Okay, sheesh. Alright, show me the card again. Cute. I pass in the matchmaker's business card. He turns it over in his hand, studying the weird handwriting on the back. Yeah, this is genetic code. Guanine, adenine, thymine, and cytosine. The four nucleobases of DNA, GATC. No idea why the matchmaker would give you this, though. My thief's instincts will tell me this is the key to dealing with her, and I need your expertise to crack the code. It's not like I pop it into a secret decoder ring and get a hidden message. That's not how science works. But something about this does look familiar. I'll need to go through my archives, see if I can get a match. You pick up a lot of random weird shit when you're... Oh, no, wrong person. You pick up a lot of random weird shit when you're a masked doctor. I may have a vague idea of what's going on here, but need time to research. Great, so you're on board then? Whoa, 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 whoa! I never said I was down to clown, okay? You're asking a lot, pulling me into something of this scope and scale. If I'm gonna voluntarily piss off the most dangerous criminal mastermind in the world, I'm gonna need something in return. Of course, what'll it be? You know what I need. Funding for my cancer research. Resources to make my dreams a reality. What can you do to make the world a better place once you're in power? Because I have zero interest in participating in a criminal empire. This is outside the scope of what Isaac's looking to do with his life. I'm gonna need to make big promises to secure this. Can we give him the Continuum Lab? And unfortunately, all of them come with illegal strings attached. Those are the only strings I have on offer. Private lab in Carcosa. Full weight of the king's wealth behind his research. Gonna run Crimer, he can have as many free capers as he needs. That's a hell of a resource. That's not really what he wants, though. I think private lab is good in international waters to do any research he wants. Because the wealth, again, is like stolen money and shit. Like, I mean, okay, Carcosa is also not great. But we need to make it feel as uncriminal as possible, I suppose. But then again, I guess if he's got his own lab somewhere away from the crime and doesn't think about where the money's coming from, that could help also. No, I'm gonna go with this one, I think. Offer him a private lab. What you need most is a better lab. You're working out of an abandoned basement with whatever junk you can get your hands on. But Carcosa is going to be under new management, and I can allocate a chunk of it to you. How about it, Doc? Proper lab, something designed by you to your needs, in international waters, away from the reach of the law. Think you could do some good with that? It would be nice not to have cockroaches and rats wrecking my sterilized environment, yes. I'm not jazzed about working out of some supervillain lair, but it's hard to turn down a resource like that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe we should have gone with the money one then. Never mind. If it helps me cure cancer, fine. But once the work is done, I might want to close up shop and get out of your hair. Understood? Understood. You're under no obligation to me after the regicide's complete. So you're really gonna do it, huh? Murder your own father? He murdered my mother and built an empire in her grave. I'd say he doesn't have it coming. I'm hardly one to preach about ethics, considering the compromises I've had to make in my life. I've got no right to lecture you. I mean, obviously I'm not in favor. I'm a fucking doctor. I'm never in favor of cold-blooded murder. I just hope you're ready for the emotional fallout. My emotional fallout will involve dancing on his grave. On your head be it then. Give me a few days to figure out what Matchmaker was trying to tell you with this genetic code, then we'll figure out what comes next, okay? Got it. I'll coordinate with the others meanwhile, get the rest of the plan nailed down. This time next week, you and I will be sipping margaritas in Carcosa itself. We'll see. Yeah, he's definitely the least down to clown, as he put it. Letting the good doctor down, yeah. That's all the game pieces neatly arranged, each equal in importance. Their job is to get me all the way to the other side of the board, sure, but we're equal in this. We rise together or fall together. Let's just hope, like, it's rising, not falling, because falling at this point would suck for everyone involved. Okay, I'm gonna pause it there, let us have a little breaky break. Have a drink, have a stretch, look after yourselves, run some ads, and I will see you all in a couple of minutes.